Alright, so today I'm at my monthly hospital trip to pick up my medications. Being a diabetic in China, I mean, unfortunately I can't just go to a pharmacy and pick things up. You have to see a doctor to get anything that's, actually needed for the body. Pharmacies here have over-the-counter type stuff, cough medicine, that type of stuff. But if you need something that's actually important for the body, you got to see a doctor. You got to get it through one of the hospitals. Now, they do have clinics here in China, but those clinics are more for like the flu, getting a doctor's note. They're not meant for major body ailments. Now, I'm making this video because a lot of people have asked me about getting prescriptions here in China. They always ask, hey, is there an online pharmacy you can use? And unfortunately, from my knowledge, no. You really have to go to a hospital, and if it's a medication you need prescription-wise every single month, you'll be going every single month. Now, first, how to choose a hospital. Me, I messaged the Canadian consulate and asked them what the best or recommended hospitals for a Canadian to go to in China, and they gave me a list of 10. I chose the Sun Yat-sen University Hospital because it's kind of closer to me. In these hospitals, you'll find some English-speaking doctors. Now, I could go to any other hospital because I do have my wife to help me translate, but if you don't have that option, ask the embassy. They'll be able to help you out a little bit and then recommend hospitals where you can find some English-speaking doctors and whatnot. In Guangzhou, there's another hospital called Clifford in Panyu. That is an amazing hospital as well, and there's a place called Family Clinic, I believe, and I've heard amazing things about that, but I'm pretty happy with the one I go to. Now, first thing you do when you come to the hospital is you have to go register. So you go to the registration counter, you wait in line, you show them your passport. If you have insurance like I do from work, you show them your insurance card. They register everything nice and simple. Then you either get a hospital card, or nowadays everything is usually on an app and then put through the system. So I don't have a hospital card per se, but I use the app. It has all my information on it, and that's how I start to book appointments. Or you can use one of the terminals. So go to the terminal, try to figure it out, see what doctor you need for your conditions, book, and go through there. So pricing for doctors. So pricing just to see the doctor. Because I want to go on a weekend, I don't want to take a half day or a day off at work. I choose like a professor. It's the most costly doctor you can choose. So every time I have a doctor's appointment, it's 200 RMB. Now, I mean, compared back home, where if I had to actually pay instead of being covered by Canadian, insurance and costs, it would be a lot more than that. So I'm really not complaining. But if you have time during the week, then you can see a doctor for as low as 20 RMB, 40 RMB, 60 RMB. I just choose weekends and the high cost, because cost-wise, if I take a half day at work, I'm losing more than 200 RMB. So I choose my doctor through the app. I book my appointment. I show up on Sundays. You could do it on the app if your hospital has an app, or you might just have to do it through the terminal. The only downside to the terminals and the apps is right now they don't have an English version, at least for my hospital. Other hospitals might, but they don't. So you got to kind of use translating apps and navigate around it, or have a coworker, a friend who can read or speak Chinese, do it for you, or just stay the steps. So once you book your appointment, you're good to go. Then day of, you show up, you go back to the terminal, you put in your appointment information, and then it pops you in a queue, just like all these people waiting here for your name to pop up on the screen. You wait and wait and wait, and even though my appointment was at 9 o'clock, what time is it now? It's 9:40, you're gonna wait. I expect to wait an hour to even 2 hours, even though you have an appointment for a specific time. It's just how it is. Now, there is a lack of privacy when it comes to the doctors here. You see everyone standing around outside? Well, there's just as many people standing inside while you talk to the doctor, looking over your shoulder, listening in. It's just how it is. I mean, it's just not ingrained to their culture to have privacy or respect for other people when it comes to hospital traditions. They're always, let's go, go, go. At least from my experience, it's always been like this. So, I mean, if you're kind of somewhat of a shy person, maybe you have to ask the doctor to tell them to all get out in privacy, but I've never done that. Once eventually my name pops up, I'm next in line. You go in. For my medication, the most important thing I did when leaving Canada is I got my Canadian doctor to write a travel prescription list. So I had all my medications, his name, signature, all that stuff done. So when I came over to China, I showed it to my doctor when I had my first appointment. She knew what I needed. She knew my conditions. She gave me a quick small interview, found out about my medical history, and then put it into her system. Everything was nice and easy. Some medications you might not be able to get here. So if you need like painkillers, if you're on painkillers like oxys or perks every single day, you might not be getting that. ADHD medication, they do give it out, but you're gonna have to like get a good reason for why you need it, and maybe your job won't allow it. Like, I don't know, there's a list of medications you might not be able to get, but things like me, I have diabetic neuropathy in my right leg, permanent nerve damage. I'm on a nerve blocker called pregabalin, Lyrica. Lyrica is the brand name, pregabalin is the actual medicine. They gave that to me, no problem. They even said they're going to try to get it off me. They're giving me medications to heal my nerve damage. I'm a little skeptical, but they said it'll take about a year. I would love to get off that medication, but we'll see how it goes, because doctors in the West said that's not happening. But yeah, anyways, one thing you might need to do, you might need to get that medical list translated, authenticated. I didn't have to do that, but say you're in not a tier 1 city, or the doctor can't read the list, then that might have to be done. Even though medicine is pretty universal, it's chemistry, right? The names are there, it's the same medicine, the same nomenclature, you might need to get that done. I didn't have to, but you might need to. So it makes everything easy. You get your medication, you go down to pay for it. The cost of my medication without insurance is around 2,000 RMB a month. Technically I only have 2 medications in my insulin, but she's trying to heal my nerve damage, so she hacked on like two type of vitamins, B complex vitamins, and some other stuff. So all that together, yeah, I know what's next. All that together, it's 2,000. But with my insurance card, it brought it down to only 200 RMB a month. Now my insurance premium will last until like halfway through December. So almost the whole year round. It brings my medical costs all the way down. So really it's just gonna be the last month of the year. I'm gonna pay a little bit more, which kind of sucks. So the last month of the year is also when I get taxed a lot more from my yearly earnings. But it is what it is. As soon as January rolls around, it resets and my medical costs are low. So with that being said, my medical costs here in China are actually cheaper than my medical costs in Canada, with healthcare being paid for and medicine, my insurance plan in Canada, because the deductibles and other things are just so much higher. With Canada being super insured, the pharmaceutical companies and medicine companies charge everything at a premium price. So I'm pretty happy with paying less here and having better cost of living. So just one more thing about it, better cost of living. So I highly recommend, if you need to get your prescriptions done, make that a priority as soon as you get here. Find a doctor you're happy with, because your body comes first, right? You gotta find a job, but make sure you, as soon as you get a job, you get insurance, or even before that, you come to the doctors, find a doctor, get them to do some blood work for you, get everything done, and take care of your health. So I hope this video was informative enough for everyone that's watching. A bunch of people had questions. If you have even any more questions, hopefully I can answer. Leave a comment below, or DM me directly on Instagram, and I'll try to help you guys out. But yeah, I'm next in line. All these people are still waiting. It's been noisy in here. Till next time, guys, take it easy.